Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Code with AKJ. Today is day 52 of solving Geeks for Geeks problem of the day. And today's question is rotate array. So the question here is given an unsorted array ARR, rotate the array to the left counterclockwise direction by D steps, where D is a positive integer. Do the mentioned change in the array in place and consider the array is circular. So it's a medium level challenge where we need to rotate an array to the left by D steps, and I'll show you how to solve it step by step, starting from the brute force approach to the optimal solution. So given example here, ARR 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the number of times we need to rotate towards its left is 2. So after rotating the elements of this array 2 times towards left, we'll get the output array as 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Same goes with the second example where we need to rotate the array by 3 times towards its left. So when rotated by 3 times, the array becomes 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22 and 4. So here what does in place means? It means we have to perform the operations without using any additional array. So let's get started with our brute force solution where we shift all the elements one by one. So here how it works. So for each of the D rotations, we'll take the first element of the array and then we'll shift all the elements one step towards its left, and we'll finally place the first element at the end of the array. So this would be the one rotation, and we'll use a loop to rotate D times. So let's see the steps with an example. Here I've taken array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we need to rotate this array 2 times towards its left. So the steps here would be, for each of the D rotation, the first step would be to take the first element of the array, and we'll store this first element in a variable. Suppose a variable v will store the first element of the array. This would be our first step. Second step would be to shift all the elements towards its left. So the array becomes 2, 3, 4 and 5. And our final step would be to place this first element at the end of the array, which gives us the array 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. So this would be our 3 step, and we'll loop steps D times so that our array gets rotated D times towards its left. So finally, after rotating 2 times, our array becomes 3, 4, 5, 1 and 2. So this would be our brute force approach. So let's try to code this approach, and later on we'll analyze its time complexity and space complexity. So here's the code for the brute force approach we have discussed. Here I've taken the size of an array and stored it in variable n. And this is the main step where we need to handle the cases where D becomes larger than the size of an array. And so to handle those cases, we'll take the modular operator. And I've taken a help of a for loop which iterates D times, and we'll follow these 3 steps to rotate the array towards its left. So after finishing this for loop, we'll get our resultant array where the array gets rotated D times, and we'll get a resultant array. So let's try to compile and run this. So let's submit. As you can see, this approach gives us time limit exceeded, as this approach takes O of D cross n times, because for each rotation we shift n elements towards its left, and here the space complexity is O of 1. So we can improve this using a temporary array. So here's how. So the steps for our approach here would be to first copy the first D elements into a temporary array, and second, shift the remaining elements of the original array left by D times. So second step would be to shift elements towards left by D times, and finally we'll place the elements from the temporary array to our original array. So by doing these 3 steps, we'll be able to rotate our array D times towards its left. So let's move on to the code, and let's analyze its time complexity and space complexity. So this is the code for our intermediate approach where we are using an extra space. So here I have taken the size of an array, and the same step where we handle the cases where the size of the D becomes larger than the size of an array. I have taken an extra space of temp of size D. Our first step here would be to copy first D elements into our temporary array and shift the remaining elements in our original array, and finally place all the temp elements into our original array at the end. So in this way, we'll rotate our array by d times with the help of an extra space. So this approach takes O of n time, but it requires extra space for the temporary array, making it O of d in space complexity. So here we have optimized our term complexity, but here we have used an external space, making our space complexity in O of d. So let's try to further optimize this approach and optimize our space complexity as well, making it O of 1. So in our final and optimal approach, we'll use reversal algorithm. So this method rotates the array in O of n time complexity and in O of 1 space complexity. So here's the trick. So let's see the steps using an example. So let's take an example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll rotate this array 2 times towards its left. So our first step here would be to reverse the first d elements. Since the d value is 2 here, we'll reverse the first 2 elements, which makes our array 2, 1, 3, 4, 5. So our second step here would be to reverse the remaining n minus d elements, which makes our array 2, 1, 5, 4, 3. And finally, our step would be to reverse the entire array. So reversing the entire array gives us 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. So as you can see, after finishing these 3 steps, we'll get our resultant array, which gets rotated by 2 times towards its left. So in this way, we have optimized our time complexity and space complexity as well. So this approach takes time complexity of O of n and space complexity of O of 1. So this is our optimal approach using a reversal algorithm. So let's write this code and let's submit. So this is the code for the optimal approach where the time complexity is O of n and space complexity is O of 1. So you have taken the size of an array and handled the case where the size of d becomes greater than the size of the array. And our first step here would be to reverse first d elements, and second step would be to reverse remaining n minus d elements, and third step would be to reverse the entire array. And I've passed the parameters for this reverse function as the vector array, the start pointer and the end pointer. So the reverse function goes in this way where we'll get an array, a start pointer and the end pointer, and using this while loop we'll try to swap those values and reverse the whole array. So let's analyze the time complexity and space complexity for 3 approaches we have discussed. So the brute force approach takes time complexity of O of d cross n and space complexity of O of 1. So since our time complexity is highly inefficient, we have discovered an intermediate approach where the time complexity is O of n, and since we have used a temporary array in this approach, our space complexity is O of d. We have discussed optimal approach using reversal algorithm where the time complexity becomes O of n and space complexity becomes O of 1, which is highly efficient for larger arrays as well. So that's all for today. We have covered 3 approaches to solving this rotate array problem, from brute force to the highly efficient reversal algorithm. So which approach did you find most interesting? Let me know in the comments below. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more coding solutions. See you in the next video. Thank you.